Hello everybody and welcome to my channel that I kind of have an idea of what it is by now. Surprising, I know. I think it's kind of like just the podcast, just me talking to a microphone but in video form. So, let's just roll with that. So don't expect any specific content. It's just things I'm interested in discussing about them at the moment I'm recording. Every time it happens to me that I just feel like I have to talk about this thing, like something is really like how would I say this? It's like stuck in my mind. Like I can't get it out of my head, and I am kind of like this I'm indulging in a discussion with myself. I'm like pretending like I would be a counterpart who would say something that I wouldn't say, and I try. So instead of doing all of that in my head, which is very tiring, and I get headaches quite a lot from these things, I just turn on the camera and I talk to the camera, and I turn on the microphone, I talk to the microphone instead of having somebody else to talk about this topic with, because I most times have kind of no one to speak with about very important and deep topics that I really like to indulge in and discuss in, and many people in my life would not live through a discussion like this, not without they just wouldn't be interested, and that's okay, because everybody has their own interest. I'm very much sure that he's got the zoomies, I'm sorry, but wow, I'm sure there's many things that they like to talk about that I wouldn't enjoy talking about, which is definitely fine, like I said, but I would rather being able to do that. So this is my outlet. This is the channel, my outlet, in a way, and for me to kind of like bring up very important topics that I actually wouldn't hear in a normal conversation, or you would hear in a normal conversation, and really like discuss them in the comments, you with maybe you guys, and it's gonna be a very small community, I'm guessing, because it's a very new channel, so you guys can, like, I don't know, talk with each other on Instagram, like have a debate with each other or something, like, just entertain the thought, the idea, because I'm really about, like, think about it, think about it, right? Like, that's my mentality. Just think about it. Because when you don't go deep, you don't fulfill the deep meaning of your life. If you stay at surface level, you're gonna have a surface level life. You're gonna feel surface level. You will never feel really fulfilled unless you really open up yourself. You really open up to yourself, right? Because sometimes we can't even admit things to ourselves. By the way, look at my nails. Look how cute they are. Yes, sorry. It was all of a sudden, but I just saw them in the camera. Well, that was my rambling. Now to the subject. Today, we're going to be talking about my relationships and relationships in general. Just because I really wanted to talk about this for some reason. I just got a text from one of my exes that she is the mythological ex, the one that I love the most, and I think she's like the perfect person on earth, and like she's so cute and like lovely, and like such a Gemini, like such a nice person. Like, I had only good experiences with her. So basically, I wish. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But I have like a very special place for her. you know. So I don't know, it just made me think of like my relationships. Like the thing, well, okay. My first girlfriend, I'm bisexual, by the way, even though I have a lesbian flag behind me, is because I really wanted, like I said, I wasn't honest with myself. I didn't know it was gonna correlate, but okay. I wasn't honest with myself. I didn't open up to myself that I wasn't a lesbian, right? I wanted to believe that men are hideous and I don't like men. Men are disgusting. But men, some men are not hideous and disgusting, and I do like them. So, let's just go with that. Don't shame me for. Don't cancel, okay? Don't cancel. Male attraction can always be cancelled. But this, come on. Anyway, I was like, my first girlfriend ever was when I was 16. I was 16, and I remember we kind of like, we went to this convention, like this anime convention, comic convention, something. And apparently she really liked my cosplay. She came up to me. Wow! She came up to me and she, like, excuse me, said, oh, like, I really like your cosplay, blah, 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 blah. And somehow found me on Instagram. She found me on TikTok. And then she found me on Instagram. And then, like, she started talking to me. Mind you, I did not remember who the hell she was, because she was in a cosplay as well. So I wouldn't know. And so many people, I had a very good cosplay. So many people were coming up to me and saying, like, oh my god, I love your cosplay, I love your cosplay. I didn't really, nobody really stood out to me that much unless their cosplay was like very unique, or like a character that I really liked. She was like from an anime that I don't know. So that I know of, but I never seen and I didn't like, or blah 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 blah, whatever. And we started talking, I don't know, and she, sorry, I'm hitting the microphone so much. I'm violent. I should stop. She told me she had a crush on me. And at first I rejected her because I kind of like had a thing for a different girl that I was kind of like in real life interacting with. This girl on Instagram, like from the convention, my first girlfriend, she was living 2 hours drive away. And now you're saying, oh, that's nothing. For a lesbian, that's nothing. No. In my country, where I live in Israel. You know how small this place is? It's 2 hours. That means I had to take 3 buses. 3 buses. It wasn't pleasant. But yeah, well. So, like, that was the way, like, that was why I rejected her. I love that I'm high, so like I lose my train of thought and I like go back to it. I never disappoint myself. So basically, me and my ADHD. Let's take a head break. As big Hebrew? What just happened? So that's why I kind of rejected her at first, because I was like, okay, I'm telling you the story, by the way, if you didn't catch up by now. And I had a thing with this girl, and this girl rejected me. And I was like, okay, let's go out. So we went out. She was 14 and I was 16, and she was my girlfriend for 1 year and 1 month. We broke up really right after Valentine's Day, which is really, we didn't broke up. I broke up with her right after Valentine's Day, which is not very sympathetic of me. I know, I'm sorry. But I had a reason to do that. But anyway, it was a great relationship. I think it was the best relationship in practicality wise that I've ever had. And that's because it was so honest and innocent, in my opinion. Like, the communication was on key. Every time we had any type of problem, we would just say it. We never felt like we had to be someone else with each other. We were literally best friends. Like, I really think that, like, with her, I really fell in love. I really experienced love with her. It was a true, like, closeness, a feeling of being so familiar with somebody. It really felt like love to me. But I did have to end it at the end. Well, because I was 17, she was 15, things really didn't match up at some point. She was living too far, all of these things. Yeah. And then I tried dating guys. Because I thought, I dated a girl, right? The logical thing would be to date a guy to see if I really do like guys, as I have suspected. Because all of my life I've been kind of like in this argument with myself. I would say it's an argument because it's aggressive, of me wanting to be a lesbian and me actually being bisexual. And me like denying that I like men and me actually acknowledging that fact. But because I didn't really have a healthy relationship with my understandings of who I like, what I like, all of these things, I kind of like dated a boy for less than a month, and I ended up just telling him, yo, I'm a lesbian, sorry. And I remember I went to one date with this dude and I never saw him again. I just was like, no. He was cosplaying as Spider-Man. He was a Spider-Man dude. I don't know, like, what the fuck. Anyway, women, I dated, that was a meet cute. Oh my god, it was very lovely. When I remember this, I feel like I could die after that moment and my life would be fulfilled, just because not like that everyone wants to have like this type of moment in their life. It's more of like, it feels so like movie-esque. It's so like the thing that you read about in romance books. It's the things that you see in like romance movies. Like, it's the perfect meet cute, the universe puts both of you guys together. So that's kind of like what it felt like. It sounds very dramatic. Sorry. I am making it dramatic so you would understand my love for this woman. No, I'm kidding. Yes. So we were at a restaurant. It was a meat restaurant, and as you guys know, I don't know if I told you, but I'm a vegetarian. We went there, me and my friend, who is the one who sings my intro for the podcast. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. That's in Hebrew. I didn't think that would correlate either, but it did. Oh, okay. So we were going there. Why? Because his friends called him and said, there's like a gay girl there. There's like gay girls, like a lesbian or something. I don't know. They heard you're coming with the lesbian. That's me as well. They wanted her to come. They wanted to see her, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Or maybe like they said, I don't really remember. I think it was more that they said like, oh, she's a lesbian, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, if she's a lesbian, like, I want to come. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it was one or the other. Anyways, we go there. We show up at the restaurant. It's like me and my friend and his two friends and two girls. And both of them, I guess, were like into girls or something, because I kissed one of them. We don't talk about. They were really cute. I don't have anything bad to say about them. But the whole thing was just really weird, really strange. It's not what I expected. Really weird. I don't know what I was doing there. Me and my friend were just like, what are we? Why are we here? How did we get here? What is this? Not because of like the situation, but the orders were messy. Like there was like screens next to the tables. It's like sofas with tables. There were like screens that you can play on and put your name in it, and I was like just like, okay, we get you, okay, I'll continue. So there comes the waitress, and they mix up the orders. I don't remember really what that was. She mixed up the orders. They changed their mind, I don't know. And I saw she was struggling. So when she came up, I was like super nice with her. And when I was super nice with her, I looked straight in her eyes, and what I saw was, first of all, I smiled. I was like, "Oh, hi. What's your name? Blah 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 blah." Oh, I don't think I asked her name, but like, the normal, really polite things that you can do to like a waitress, because it's not, you can't have a conversation. She needs to do her job. So like, I was really nice. I was like, "Oh, how was your day?" Blah blah blah. And then I'm like ordering pancakes or something because I'm a vegetarian. And when I looked in her eyes, what I realized was that I fell in love for the second time. And the eyeliner. She had such like a gay eyeliner. So I was like, okay, she is not straight. Let's be honest, no girl is straight to me, and after one shot, no girl is straight. But let's move on. It's not for me. It's all consensual. Come on. Girls love me. Anyway. Well, then what stop. Then what happened is like, she goes away, and like one of my friends says something about the waitress, and I'm like, yeah, she's so hot. She's so hot. And he's like, why wouldn't you just leave your number on the bill, like with your name on it and everything? And I'm like, that sounds like a good idea. So that's what I did. Throughout the evening, there were like, it was like, I remember it wasn't really a good evening for her as a waitress. Like, I remember a lot of orders being mixed up, or like troubles happening. I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to like escape the situation. But yeah. Anyways, there comes the bill, right? I listened to that dude, right? That said, put your number in the bill. I put my number on the bill, and I wrote, from the lady with the black hair, wink. And we walk out, okay? I leave the bill. We walk out. The two girls went into the restroom. Me and all the other guys are waiting outside, waiting for them. As I am standing outside, the waitress, holding the bill, opens the door, looks at me, winks, smiles, and walks away, closes the door. That moment, everybody could tell you, I'm like this. I'm like, somebody just, I can't breathe. Like, is it hot in here? Is it just me? I was feeling it. I get chills from thinking about it. But I was so excited that it worked. Because I had no, it's not I had no game. With women, I always had game. But, like, I didn't have a girlfriend for a while. So it was kind of like, damn, nice. Like, I still got it. But, yeah, so she finishes her shift at like 4 a.m. and I get a message. It's exactly as I come home after I shower and everything, exactly as I'm about to go to sleep. She sends me a message, and she's like, oh my god, like, I was so stunned by you, or something like that. It was like, after the interaction we've had, I couldn't not send you a message. So like, we started talking and we started dating. And she was so nice. She was like the nicest girl I know. And also we were like friends. I don't know, it felt like very authentic to me. That's why I really liked her, because I like authenticity. I like when people are honest and direct with me. I don't like people going sideways. I'm not a person to go sideways. You're going sideways, keep going, my friend. You know what I mean? So I was really, yeah, we clicked. But at some point, I had to end it as well. I didn't have to end it, but what I did was very stupid, because because of my past experiences with my girlfriend, I thought like my girlfriend was a bit too busy for me at some point, and I was really afraid something like this is gonna happen with her, because she was kind of like a busy person. But so that's why I ended the relationship. Yeah, but it was a very good time, and I'm actually very happy with how everything turned out at the end. We're still friends. Me and my first girlfriend are still friends. Like, she was supposed to come to my Halloween party. Like, I really love my exes, most of them, because like when you share something so special as your heart with someone, you can't just like erase that person. Like, I don't think that's the right thing to do. I feel like if you guys did fell in love, or did have like kind of like a heartfelt connection, not even love, but a heartfelt connection, I look at it more in a spiritual way, that it's like our souls are connected and intertwined in that way, and they met in that way. And I guess we're not supposed and destined to be together for forever, right? But we are supposed to be destined in this moment in time. Our souls are supposed to be together in this moment in time, right? That's how I see it. So I feel like when I share something special, like my heart, like my soul, right, with someone, I would like to keep them around in any way. Like, just because I like them, you know? I feel like they're my soul siblings, you know? In a way, it's like they have a place in my heart. Each and every one of them. Not the ones that like less had an effect of me. In a love sense, I guess. Like, yes, I did have a boyfriend, and a boyfriend there and a boyfriend there, but it was never any feelings. It was just I don't know, mistakes happened in life, and that's okay. And that's okay, because everybody makes mistakes. But now I know that you should not lower your standards. And if you haven't seen that video, you can go check that out. You see how I learned to correlate things throughout this video. Yeah. I was very happy and glad to speak with you guys today about my relationships. I didn't say much. Oh, you know what? Let's continue for a bit. Let's continue to make it more obvious. Why not? These are the women. There's also like a woman I dated, which again, we still like are friends. I didn't give her my heart in that way because we didn't really date. So she, first of all, she's like one of the prettiest ladies I've ever seen in my life. She also kind of, I would not like to say that, but she kind of resembles my like mythological ex, I guess. I hope it's not a syndrome. No, I'm joking. She doesn't really resemble her. A bit, because what my taste in women is. Shh. Die. My taste in women is Russians and blondes, so it doesn't leave you a lot of place to maneuver, right? Usually also brown eyes. Well. But anyway, we just went on a date with my friend also. My friend was also there in the date, because my friend was also speaking to her. The way I met her was also meet cute. It was also meet cute. It was really special. It just happened out of nowhere. That's why I feel like there is a spiritual correlation, because listen to me, okay? The day was super weird. This felt like the most insignificant thing that happened that day. I was in Tel Aviv. I'm from Israel. I've stated before. I was in Tel Aviv. I don't live in Tel Aviv. And I was there with my roommate, my friend, and his brother from Canada. My roommate's brother. Sorry, not my friend is a girl. So my roommate's brother from Canada, my friend, and me were in Tel Aviv. We were doing so many things. We went to so many places and blah, 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 blah. Got to know a bit my roommate's brother is the first time of me getting to know him, and him visiting Israel was kind of like with us. It was kind of like a fun experience. I don't know, it was really nice. He stayed at our apartment. Very nice. And yeah, that was most of the experience, right? We also found books on the way, and we just started looking through some really interesting books. Through, like, we just were walking down the street, and we just saw on a bench a bunch of books, and we just started opening them up and reading them, seeing if like we can actually take them home and read them. And we actually did. We actually took almost all of them home, and they're in our hallway, like this, with the statue. I might put a picture if I'm not lazy, but yeah. So yeah. And then what happened was we went to the train station to catch a train, and she, as I see her, she's just standing there, right? But she looks like a fairy. Imagine, okay, a fairy, long silver. I don't even want to know what's happening there. My roommate is not even home. I don't want to know. I'm gonna ignore this. Anyway, so she had this like long silver hair, and she was like blessed in every way. Like, she was so cute, and like she had like this very cool vibe. I don't know how to even explain this. She was just so standing there so beautifully. I don't know how to explain this. And I was telling my friend, yo, she's so cute, she's so hot. And my friend was like, go tell her, I think that's what happened. Either that, or I just went up to her without even saying a thing. I think I what happened was that I went to my friend, and I was like, it's before we even walked next to her. It was like, yo, she's so cute, I wanna tell her she's like pretty or something. And I went up to her and I told her, yo, you're so pretty, can I have your Instagram? And she was like, oh my god, yes, you're so pretty too, of course you can have my Instagram, blah 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 blah. We started like talking, and no, she gave me her Instagram. She got on a different train, I got on a different train, and we started talking on Instagram, right? At the same time, my friend also kind of started talking to her, because she found her through me, whatever, I don't know. I showed it to her, then she gave me the Instagram. She was like, oh my god, she's so cute, blah 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 blah. And yeah, and We went on a date, like, I don't know, maybe a month after, something like that, with the friend, because we were friends, like mutual friends. And we went to Tel Aviv again, and we had a lot of fun. And she stayed over at my place, and she fell asleep on my bed, and I was like awake most of the night, not wanting to wake her up, and not. I don't think I even slept on the couch, honestly. I just didn't. I don't like sleeping on this couch because I used to have to sleep on this couch. So, more on that later. But anyway, yeah, so she stayed over and I showed her the roof. We had a roof thing going on in the summer. It was really nice. She was really cute. Um, yeah, yeah. And at some point, we just realized I don't know, it was just like a mutual realization. We didn't even have to speak about it. That we just vibe better as friends, you know? We did, like, kind of go out, but I don't know, it was never a serious relationship. So I always saw her as like a friend. So, well, extra, more than a friend, of course, in a way, but like as true as a friend is, you know what I mean? So yeah, she also has like a huge place in my heart, you know what I mean? Um, and a dude also that has a huge place in my heart, that was a real gentleman and really took care of me, and was is a very kind person, and I can only say good things about him. So many like of my exes, like the people I've dated, are wonderful people. Like, I love them in every way, still, forever. Not like on the same level, but I know my soul does, you know? So automatically, who am I? You know, a body, a shell of my soul, to not love them as much as she does, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And actually, I like that it's that way because I don't like having that one that we don't talk about, or this one that it's kind of like a messy situation. Like, I don't like those things. I really like to be able to just text my ex one day and be like, "Hi, how are you? I missed you." Like, I missed you, your voice. Want to know what's happening with you. I think it should be normalized. I don't think it should be like, I don't know, like, I don't think people, when they break up, they should just cut contact and like don't speak anymore. It seems a bit dumb to me, because when you create such a big connection, you can't just like disappear and like leave all of this to crumble. You need to, it's not that you need, but like, it would feel more joyful for you to, of course, if the person is healthy, for you to stay next to them, stay in contact with them in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's important. Like, I work with one of them, you know what I mean? Like, I can see him all the time, so it's not something that I'm worried about, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to, let's say, my first girlfriend, she lives 2 hours away, like I said. There is no chance for me to meet her at all. Rather than if it's in a social setting, some organized event, I don't know, that she will perhaps be there. But in a different city, but I don't know. Like, there was no reason for me to see her. So sometimes I do like commenting on her stories, and like I always comment on a story, but like I'd like um um to start conversations with her, like, and ask about her family. Like, I really felt close to her family, so like I want to know about that, and I want to know about her pets, and like, you know, like we're friends. That's the way I see it, because that when a love connection ends, it doesn't mean that the connection ends. A friendship connection, sometimes it's much more suitable between both of those partners than just destroying the connection at all, because people are put together for a reason, and we should, I mean, I can't say you have to do things, right? But I can say what you would feel more pleased and fulfilled doing. What's more important to you is the question, right? You can just be like, well, I just want to be this way. Okay. I just can't be with my exes. I can't have contact with them. It's too difficult for me. I get it. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do something about it. You know what I mean? If you do have a problem with them, I'm stating in that case, the ex, the person, whatever, they're healthy. The connection was healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. If the connection wasn't healthy, oh my god, I need to stop. Anyway, everything's okay. But yeah, and also like the other girlfriend, like she's in the military and I don't get to see her, and we have kind of like a different lifestyle, so I wouldn't really get to see her. So I like catching up. I like asking, how are you? How's going on? How's your life going on? Sorry. Like, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. We also met for coffee not long ago, just like to catch up, And yeah, I like with the guy, I really like having conversations with him. I don't get to do that anymore because I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why, but it is. We just work together, so it's I guess a bit of too much. Like, it would be weird to have a conversation. I don't think that way, but I feel the energy in the air. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not gonna push anyone to speak to me, but yeah, I like catching up sometimes, asking, how's the family going? Like, how's your, like, people have studies, people have a job, like, that I don't work with them. People have, like, family, like I said, all many these things that, like, I want to just catch up on, like, know a bit, just have a conversation, and, like I said, maybe have deep conversations about, like, very important topics, or, like, very, like, niche topics that not every person could have a conversation like that with you. And that's what I really also miss about those connections, that you can just, like I'm doing right now, say whatever you want, feel whatever you want to feel, like, be yourself. And that's what I really like about them. They remind me, who am I? Like, in every relationship, you have to have a strong sense of self in order for you to have a good relationship, to take care of yourself, to put yourself, first. So it gives me kind of like of a sense of myself, thinking of, like, all the experiences I've had with those people and the way those experiences shaped me to be the person that I am today. Like, most of them taught me so many things, and even with the short amount of time we were together or we saw each other, it was a very, each and every one of those connections was a very meaningful one. Yeah. And that's all I have to say for today. And, I'm trying to think, is there somebody I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Well, anyway, if I don't remember them, I guess they don't even deserve to be on here. So, okay. Well, thinking about it, the zodiac signs I've dated are embarrassing. Earth signs? What the fuck? I'm an Aquarius. Come on, you know this by now. You know the drill. Earth signs? How did I not date a Libra? I did date a Gemini. I'm thinking about it really seriously. You guys underestimate my zodiac's jokes. I don't know. You kind of, I make it a joke sometimes, but sometimes it really isn't a joke. I really take it seriously and I try to analyze, like, okay, earth signs, this resembles their characteristics. I can definitely see all of these characteristics in those people. And if I had known better before about zodiac signs and astrological compatibility, I would maybe chose a different path, you know. But maybe it's good the path that I have chosen. Maybe it's good that also I know now something about zodiac. My standards with zodiac signs also have really changed. It used to be Pisces, Gemini, and Scorpio. Ew. Sorry. Ew. Scorpio was one of my not so good experiences. So that's why it's ew. You know what I mean? But now it's definitely Gemini. First place Gemini, always. Second place Leo. Leos are so hot. I don't know. I love the creative spirit. I love the like outgoingness. I'm a very like cold kind of like, not cold, but like kind of like distant person sometimes, because I'm an Aquarius, an earth sign, fixed earth signs, you know. So I feel like the opposition of me, which is also Leo, which is like the outgoing, the hyper confident, all of these things, is super attractive, super appealing. I love it in people. I love Leos. I love people with a lot of Leo in their chart. Yes. And also Virgos. I love Virgos because I don't know, I just get along with them like in an intelligent way. Like I can speak with them in the language I speak to myself. You know? With other people, I have to word myself differently. I have to think about what I'm saying through their lenses. But with Virgos, I just feel like they understand anyway. Like, I feel like it's very kind of like compatible in a sense, because Virgos and Aquarians are really similar. But yeah, also both really distant. So I don't know how good of a compatibility is that, but yeah. I feel like they are passionate people with like, they're not very creative, they're not very outgoing, they're more like reserved, they're more like reserved, I guess. But they are very intellectual and very one-on-one people, and which I love. When you're like one-on-one with them, you can just have the most like mind bursting conversations. It happens to me with every fucking Virgo in my life, and I'm surrounded by so many of them. Yeah. My brother is also a Virgo. One of my best friends is a Virgo. two guys in my past are a Virgo. So many people. Why? Stop being a Virgo. It's not good for you. Well, this is where I end my episode. I just start rambling about zodiac signs. That's when I'm like gone. It's 12. I actually went to work today morning. I don't know if I should include this story or not. I would see how I feel about this when I post this, but I just had like a conversation with my roommate not long ago about the fact that I had a dream about someone. Now, that dream was really weird, really, really strange, and it felt like something urgent. Like in that dream, that person told me it's something urgent. Like they needed me for something urgent. And I go to work today morning, and it happened while I was in my shift. So my roommate says, "Oh, that person might work with you the next shift." And I was like, "No, I took a shift that they don't take, so there's no reason for me to see them, I kid you not. It's urgent. It's actually urgent. Like, I need to go in before the place opens, and there's no one there. And there are usually people there 30 minutes before the place opens. They start the shift earlier. So I wait in the entrance for them to open the door for me, and there is no one. And two clients come in, like a dad and a kid, and they're telling me, "Yo, I know, like, why is the place open, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, it opens at 10, but I don't see where the people are." And he's like, "Oh, they're probably somewhere on the inside." And I'm like, "No, I work there. I really don't know where the people are. Like, I'm trying to get in, you know what I mean?" And I kid you not, I hear like the most dramatic tack sound of the door of the like back, like when you go to the parking lot underground, and that person comes in urgently, literally running to open the door. And now I don't know what to think about this, because I don't want to think about this, but we have to. And we believe in actually dissecting and analyzing everything in our life in this. Not everything, but what is needed to be dissected and analyzed in our lives on this channel. So, yeah, I guess I'll just have to deal with it. I don't know what this dream meant, but if, somebody who understands in dreams, hit me up. Goodbye.